Hi, thanks for taking the time to take a look at Workpuls. Today we'll be looking at a quick demo of Workpuls, what it can do and how you can achieve it. What we are looking at right now is the employees desktop application, which they should use to clock in and start reporting the time that they are working. And while they're working, Workpuls will be tracking all the computer activities in the background. So let's take a look how Managers panel looks like. Let's jump on real-time page. What we can see on the real-time page is what applications or websites employees are using at the moment. As you can see, once we switch the focus on different application, it will change for me in the real time. And once I'm back, you can see the website I'm on, staging.workpuls.com, which matches the URL of the web browser that I'm using right now. And all this is happening in the real time. And how does Workpuls know what's productive or not? You need to decide for each team what is actually productive or not. You can see it by category or particular app or website, and you need to mark things as productive or unproductive. Once you save that, the system will take that calculation and measure employees' productivity. Let's jump on one person's profile. We'll choose Yana, and we'll be looking her data for February. We are looking here at the overall data and day by day her productivity, how much she was unproductive and neutral. Here we have the office time, which means like how many hours she reported. Then we have productive and unproductive hours. If we scroll down, we'll see all the applications and websites that Yana was using during February. We can see them in the pie chart if they're based on productivity and analyze it further, or we can click and see all the applications, no matter how long they were used during the February by Yana. We'll see the list of all of them. Let's jump back on Yana's profile. We don't need to be looking at data overall. We can look at day by day on the timesheet. We can choose particular day and see when she clocked in, clocked out, how long she was actually active in the computer, and how long she was idle from the computer. You can see all that on the timeline as well, see it visually, or maybe export it further for more details. You can also see, again, applications and websites that were used during that particular day. And you will also be able to see them all by clicking here, the same as we were looking on the month. It's just on one day basis. So there is a time and attendance report, which will show you day by day for all the employees, when they clocked in, when they clocked out, how long they were working, how long they were active in the computer, productive, unproductive, or neutral, and how long they were idle. So it means like when they were not active in their computers. There are screenshots, and they can be set up from 0 up to 30 times per hour randomly taken. But there are different options how screenshots can be taken. We'll jump into that quickly. But if you click on the screenshot, you will be able to see which application was active at that moment, which is matching what you see on the screen. Screenshots can be taken also as alerts, and you will receive notifications. They will be taken based on some keywords or some applications that people are using. And if you jump on the real time, you will also be able to take them by clicking on the application that employees are using at the moment. So all this is a part of employee productivity monitoring. We also have a time tracking part, which includes a project management tool, where you can create the project, and once you create the project, you will need to assign who is going to work on this and probably how much you're earning per this project. Once you assign people, you're ready to go. You can create the project and go inside and find more about it. Project can be anything. It doesn't have to be just a real client-facing project. It can also be some internal projects. We have now project 10 here that we are going to examine further, and now we need to create one task for this particular project, which we're going to assign to an employee and put it as the high priority. Add some description so that employee will know what they need to work on. And this is what they will be able to see on their screen once we create it, and that will immediately be available for them so they know what they need to focus on next. If we switch on their screen and choose the project and task, we need to start working on this task. This is the same thing that you will see on the real-time page as well, because you will be able to see on which tasks people are working, not just which application or website they are working on. And then you can click on this particular task and see who is assigned there, who is going to invest, and how much time there. We don't have much time on this project yet, but let's choose another one. Let's maybe choose development. So we can see that we have a lot of time here tracked. We have a lot of activities, a lot of people working on this, and we can see exactly when people were working on it, as well as screenshots and particular applications and websites that were used on this project. So if you would like to see projects from perspective of just one employee, you can always choose that employee, and on the projects tab you will be able to see exactly which project this employee was working on and when he or she invested the time into this project. You will also be able to see how much you need to pay out to this person. So let's jump back on how Workpuls can be installed. There are two options: company computers and personal computers. Company computers can be used for company-owned computers as well as for terminal servers, while the personal computers option is that you need to invite your employees and they will need to set up this on their own. But there are different options coming with each of these options. Company computers have multiple options, and it can be run stealth or visible, and it has multiple tracking scenarios. So it can be tracking unlimited 24/7, fixed from 9 to 5, or based on the network that the employees are connected to. It also has the manual clock-in or project-based tracking, but it's more intended for personal computers, where employees will have more control how their personal computer is tracked, and they will have more privacy that way. So for the personal computer, we only have the manual clock-in and project-based tracking. So all these scenarios are available to help you cover many cases that you might have inside your company. People working remotely on personal computers, people bringing the company computer home, or people just using the desk-based computer in the office. Thanks for watching, and hope that we will be able to help you keep your productivity levels.